Now, we started College Football Campus Tour last season. That was Zaslow's first season traveling to all these college football games. He forgot, as somebody who lives in Miami.
It sounds like it's Zaslow's first time traveling.
Well, no. Well, basically, yes, full stop. It was the Zaslow's first time leaving Cooper City, which is a suburb of Miami-Dade. And so he finally got out of the burbs, and we flew him around the country. And Zaslow learned that the weather is not 85 degrees everywhere in November and October, for that matter. You have a really, really hard time with this everywhere we go. So we show up here. We're towards the end of our season, of course, on the road show. Now we're up here in New York for Unsportsmanlike. We show up here last night, and the weather was supposed to be, I think the low was teens or 20s here, and you still didn't have a coat with you.
No, I had a hooded sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I don't know, I felt okay.
Everybody else, when we're walking around the city at night last night, everybody else, I mean, I had like a puffer coat and, a beanie on, plus a hood. Everybody has their gloves on. Zazzle's out there with just a sweatshirt still, thinking everything's Miami.
Butch up this New York City. Hey, y'all are soft. Come on now. So we've gotten a little bit lucky with the weather. Merry Christmas Eve to everybody out there who's hanging out with us here on the day before Christmas. Hope you got all your plans are all set up, your holiday, the travel. Stay away from the airport. That could be something for us today.
I know, that's going to be interesting. Although yesterday it was a pleasure, which was strange. Yesterday was one of the easiest travel days I have had. And obviously you and I have been traveling every week. Yes, we are tempting fate, so we will see what it's like later today. But hopefully everybody is ready. You have the presents. You're not doing the last minute rush, which sucks. We've all been there. So hopefully everybody's ready and relax on this Christmas Eve.
So we got a lot of NBA, a lot of NFL tomorrow on Christmas Day. Now, if the Pittsburgh Steelers were playing tomorrow on Christmas Day, they'd be without DK Metcalf. Mm-hmm. They are going to be without DK Metcalf for the final 2 regular season games. It's a big deal because the Steelers' magic number to clinch the division is 1 Steeler win or 1 Baltimore Raven loss, and the Steelers are division champions. So while it's still very likely that the Steelers are going to accomplish that, they're going to have to do it without DK Metcalf in the final 2 games of the regular season, because we all saw the video. We saw the video, which CBS just happened to catch, and in real time. And
you think they just happened to?
Yeah,
they just happened.
No, I think a
cameraman saw what was going on.
Yeah, and either the cameraman or the director said we just happened to catch. Like, they got a quote from the guy, like, we just happened to catch it. It was in our frame. We saw it was developing, and we went.
Yeah, I feel like in the truck they're yelling. Like there's a director, like, go to the cut to that. Yeah,
and then once we get the fan video, which was a different angle, and we see that DK Metcalf actually yanked down a blue hair wig guy and then threw some type of punch/push at the guy. You knew this was, and by the way, on the broadcast where Jim Nantz and Tony Romo are like, oh, he's definitely getting suspended. Once they say that to the world, it's like,
not great.
All right, you're definitely getting suspended. But that part is super easy. You knew he was going to get suspended.
Well, there was actually I heard commentary from people not expecting him to get suspended because of the video from the actual television video where you can see the punch doesn't land. I don't know if that should be the differentiating factor on whether it lands or whether it doesn't when you have a player end up trying to touch a fan in any manner. But when then the fan video comes out and he's yanking him down, you're all right. If you're the NFL, you obviously cannot, for any reason whatsoever, you cannot allow players to go interact with fans in that manner whatsoever.
So the Steelers' final 2 games are at the Browns and then the Ravens. Now, by all measures, even without DK Metcalf, the Steelers can't go to Cleveland and win without DK Metcalf to even deserve to win the division. But if they lose that game, then it sets up a super interesting scenario in Week 18 where the Steelers are hosting the Ravens minus DK Metcalf, and the division is literally on the line. But, whether you think he should be suspended or you don't believe he should have been suspended, that's neither here nor there. The conversation now becomes, okay, Metcalf is going to forfeit over $555,000 in salary, but the suspension now, based on language in the contract he signed with Pittsburgh after being traded from Seattle, the suspension also voids $45 million in future guaranteed money in this contract. Now, that is a big deal, but let's also stop and make sure you understand that doesn't mean that he's not getting $45 million. It just means that the money's not guaranteed anymore.
Well, it's right. It's voiding the future guaranteed money. It was guaranteed. So there's a high probability now that he's not seeing that money. It's a very expensive interaction with a fan for DK Metcalf, any way you cut it. And then, of course, I imagine he's not getting the game checks for those games either. So this was an expensive interaction. I do wonder then, Pittsburgh, their front office, clearly you want DK Metcalf because, like you said, you're trying to win a division. You still have a couple games left of this NFL season. But low key, is there somebody in that front office that's a little like, yeah, all right, saved a little money? I mean, we still want the player. We didn't want that to happen, but we saved a little money on the back end.
Well, they haven't saved money yet. They only save money if they decide, hey, we don't want DK Metcalf on the team anymore, so the money's not guaranteed. Like, they only save money if DK Metcalf's not a player they want anymore. As long as they want DK Metcalf, which, I don't know, you assume at least until the final year of the deal, you're going to want this player. They're still going to wind up paying that. They just, I guess, they probably like the idea, all right, we got flexibility now at least.
Well, you're saving money either way because you're forfeiting almost $600,000 in salary
for these
either
final
way.
2 games.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you are saving money either way. But then that $45 million that was at one point on your books as guaranteed money.
Yeah, you have flexibility now.
That provides a lot of flexibility. Now, I'm not saying they're going to exercise that flexibility, but from a front office perspective, the word guaranteed no longer being there makes a big difference in the salary cap sport.
I feel like to show you what a no-brainer this was for the NFL, as far as suspending him for the 2 games. We're only on Wednesday. This happened on Sunday. We're only on Wednesday. They already came down with the 2-game suspension, and they already told the appeal, yeah, we're upholding the 2 games. Like this was such a no-brainer for the NFL.
Well, they had an independent arbitrator come in front that the NFL and NFLPA both chose. And then that independent arbitrator said, yes, this appeal is upheld. It was a very quick process. And you're absolutely right. A process that is that quick,
fast,
then there's not much discussion. Let's be honest about that. And you can understand why there's not much discussion, because regardless of the fan, and I'm not justifying this fan's behavior at all, but regardless of this fan and whatever kind of jerk he was, you also can't have the player in that situation go after a fan in any manner, no matter what. And also, it's really important for us to remember the NFL only has control over the player. Like, sure, they can ban the fan, but they can't fine the fan. They can't go after the fan's salary.
So how about
you can
that,
only
Amber?
address the situation with your own employees the way that you can address it. And so this is the way, of course, that you address it.
Well, so how about this, Amber? The fan, do we say his name? Like, do we care to say his
No,
name?
he's blue-haired guy.
All right, yeah,
blue
that's
wig
his
guy.
name.
Blue wig guy.
Yeah, he's a dopey-looking blue wig guy.
Like, does he want his name being said? I would be embarrassed by this situation if I was him. But he did immediately talk to the press right after.
Well, because he's being accused of racial slurs, misogynistic language.
Right, and he came out immediately. He spoke to the press. He claims that he said DK Metcalf's full name. And now, in order to annoy DK Metcalf, because apparently, I don't know. Apparently, that's like a known thing that he doesn't like you saying his full name. I gotta be honest. If that's true, DK, like, we gotta take that up with the parents. You know, maybe not the blue-haired rando in the stands. Nevertheless, that's what the wig guy claims he was saying. Who the heck knows?
I'm surprised. So, blue hair wig guy is not facing any discipline from the Detroit Lions. No matter what, like, something was said very clearly. He claims it wasn't a racial thing. Okay, fine. He was definitely saying something that angered DK Metcalf, that made DK Metcalf walk over there. And, I mean, obviously DK Metcalf's in the wrong. The fan is certainly guilty.